Head out here just a little bit.
Okay.
Follow, tip my finger with your eyes only. Don't move your
Yep.
head. Man, how much you had to drink?
Literally nothing. I took my friend home.
All right, I'm gonna get you out, make sure you're okay, drive.
Okay.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, me too.
And you've been drinking.
I have not.
You have. I can still smell it on you as you're talking.
You cannot smell anything on me.
I can
smell gum because I've had gum.
We've all seen some pretty drunk people when we're out and about, but seeing an officer drunk while on duty isn't something we see every day. It's okay unless you're in South Africa, but that's a whole different story. There are multiple videos of drunk cops online, from a police chief who was allegedly hammered drunk to a police captain who begged an officer to turn off his body cam.
Sir,
I cannot, sir.
please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy, and you know I cannot turn off this body
I
cam.
do, but I'd like to talk to you.
Some drunk cops even have concerned citizens call in because they're swerving on and off the road. Either way, here are a few drunk cops who thought they were above the law. Let's get straight to it with number 1. Oklahoma City Police Captain James Matt French repeatedly begged an arresting officer to turn off his body cam after he was pulled over for driving under the influence in March of this year. During the stop, he did a field sobriety test, and you can probably guess how that went.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
What division?
Investigations.
What are you doing pulling in here?
My mom and I stay here.
You been drinking? How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
Captain French is clearly drunk, and you can clearly hear on his slurring tongue that he had a few too many to drink. The captain asked the officer if he'd turn off his camera, which the officer obviously wouldn't do. The officer asked the captain to get out of the car, and French tells him that he was at a poker game. The officer then tells French that he was swerving all over the road and failed to use his turn signal when he turned into his driveway, and once again asked him how much he had to drink.
How much did you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor?
Yeah.
How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
You think you should be driving?
No, but I came from 4 blocks.
Captain French, you obviously had more than just 3 or 4 beers, unless those beers were drafts, and you don't know the difference between 3 or 4 and 6 or 7. The officer proceeds to ask French a few questions, like if he lives at this home and if he has any weapons on him. He escorts French to the back of the car and proceeds to pat him down, just to make sure that he has no weapons. The officer decides it's time for a field test to check how drunk French really is.
Just stand with your feet together, hands down by your side for me. Hands down by your side, please. Look straight ahead. You see the tip of my pin, sir?
I do.
I want you to follow the tip of my pin without moving your head, okay? Don't move your head, sir. Come over here, it's a little bit more level. You having those shoes that need cause you from keeping your balance or anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. I'm going to demonstrate for you first. While I'm demonstrating, I want you to stand with your feet together, hands down by your side, just like this. All right, sir? What's your name?
Matt French.
Matt French. Mr. French, stand just like that for me.
Okay.
When I tell you to begin, okay, I'm just going to demonstrate for you first. I want you to pick a foot of your choosing. It doesn't matter if it's your left or your right foot.
I'm familiar.
And I want you to lift it approximately 6 inches off the ground. And while you look at your toe, I want you to count by 1000s, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. At any point in time you lose your balance or your foot touches the ground, just go ahead and pick your foot back up and continue to count, okay? Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French? You may begin.
1000.
Keep
Sir,
going.
can you turn that off,
I cannot, sir.
please?
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body
I
camera.
do, but I'd like to talk to you,
I can't do that, sir.
please. Please.
Captain French, you can beg all you like, but our officer is on the straight and narrow and follows the rules. French thought that just because he's a fellow officer, that he might catch a break, but not around here, partner. The officer asked the captain if he's gonna do the test or not, but all French wants is for the officer to turn off the camera so they can talk. The officer makes it clear that he can only turn off the camera when he's concluded his investigation, and that he won't show any favoritism, not even to the President of the United States.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
Sergeant Skinner, please.
Are you going to do the test or not, sir?
I will. I will do whatever you ask.
Okay, once we complete the test, I'll turn off my body camera once I'm done with my investigation.
Okay.
You want to try that again?
I will.
All right, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, please. Please. I'm asking you.
I can't do that.
Okay.
So we're not going to do the test?
We will.
Okay, because you keep stopping. Okay, let's try another test then.
Who is this?
One of my partners.
Who is it?
Not sure. Can't tell with the lights on.
The officer called in for some backup. Hopefully, Captain French can finally do the sobriety test now that he has a full audience. However, I don't think that's going to happen. Officer Kitch arrived on the scene to help our officer that's talking to French. They ask him if he's familiar with the walk and turn and demonstrate to him how to do it. Without any fight or begging, French started to do the test.
All right, anytime you're ready, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Can we turn the camera off now?
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you.
Captain French was arrested after he failed the test. As you can see that his heels never touched his toe. Instead, he staggered all over the place and didn't even count to 9 his first time. Captain French was taken to the local detention center and was released on bond. He was also placed on administrative leave during the investigation. After a fun night of beer and poker, I don't think that's how Captain French wanted his night to end. Last year, Florida police officers arrested an Orange County deputy for suspicion of DUI. The St. Cloud Police Department said that officers observed the deputy, John Guzman, asleep in the driver's seat of his car with the door open before they questioned him and placed him under arrest.
Sir, are you okay? Hello? Hello, sir? We might have a signal one over here. Sir, is your foot on the brake there? Hey, sir. Are you okay?
Two-door green closed with John Guzman.
Excuse me, sir. vehicle off, okay? Let's turn the vehicle off, sir. Huh? Yeah, I'm trying to turn the freaking car off.
John Guzman is extremely intoxicated. He's hanging out of the car and most likely doesn't even know he's still in his car. Now, we've all most likely had a great night out before, but damn, Guzman, what did you drink? The officers continue to try and wake him up, and when he finally gets back to the land of the living, he turns off the car and is escorted to the sidewalk.
What's your name?
John
John what?
Guzman.
John Guzman. Where are you coming from tonight?
Friend's house.
A friend's house? Okay.
I live right down the street.
Okay.
Where's your driver's license at, sir?
In the car.
Where in the car? In the glove compartment?
It's in the car. I don't know where it is.
It's fine. Just keep your hands out your pockets for me, okay? Where are you coming from?
I was at a friend's house.
You were at a friend's house doing what?
Huh?
What were you doing?
I was hanging out with a friend.
You were hanging out with your friend. Okay, you realize when I saw you, you were passed out, head out of the window, throw up next to you on the ground. You passed out. While driving? Okay.
John Guzman passed out while he was driving and puked on the ground next to him while his head was out of the car. Now, John, I think while you were at your friend's house, you did a little bit more than just hang out. The officers talk to each other a bit before John pulls out his ID. Here's where they find out that he's actually a deputy.
You need my ID?
Yeah. You work for the sheriff's office? Bravo 5 to Bravo 20.
Good.
Can you be 51 over here, please? How long you worked over there for?
3 years.
3 years. You don't happen to have any weapons on you, do you? We're just gonna pat you down real quick just to make sure, okay?
John Guzman is patted down to make sure he does not have any weapons on him. Soon after, he's told by the officer that she's certain that he's under the influence of alcohol after seeing him puke next to his car, observing him with his head out the window, and smelling a strong smell of alcohol coming from him. She asks John if he wants to do any sobriety tests, but he declines. He's arrested and taken to the back of a squad car.
Are you gonna submit to a test? No. No? Okay. Go and take a seat in the vehicle.
I just need to know for our own, so if you have any weapons or anything in the car, bags or anything, we need to make sure the information is secure for you. You are protected 10 times before.
Okay, I will.
John Guzman, the man with his head out of the car, was arrested and temporarily removed from his law enforcement duties while he was waiting for the investigation to conclude. As of right now, we're not sure what John is doing, but if he's back with the fellas in blue, he's hopefully stopped the passing out behind the wheel act. Either way, John could not escape the law even though he was a part of it. However, he didn't put up much of a fight, unlike our next drunk officer. Being the chief of police can't be easy. You have a lot of people looking up to you. Young officers see police chiefs as an example. However, one guy they shouldn't take as an example is Police Chief Greg Hall of Hazelwood, Missouri. In May of last year, he was caught driving while intoxicated. The officers who performed the test said that he was hammered drunk.
The reason why I pulled you over, you've been weaving quite a bit.
Well, I know, because I was eating.
Okay, eating while driving. Okay. Well, how long has it been since your last drink?
Hours.
Couple hours. Okay.
I'm a police officer.
Where you work at?
Hazelwood.
Hazelwood? Okay. How long have you been out in Hazelwood?
Since 1979.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually the police chief.
You're a police chief?
The officer asked Chief Hall where he lives and how far he is from home. The officer gives the chief the benefit of the doubt, asking him to recite the alphabet, starting with the letter D and ending on the letter N without singing, just to make sure that the chief isn't driving while he's drunk.
D-E-F-E-H-I-J-K-L-M-E-Q-R-S. To you, that's what a way I stop.
And, alright. Chief, do you have your police ID and stuff with you? Greg Hall says he's the chief of Hazelwood. So, Chief, before I can let you drive, I have to confirm you're not impaired, okay? So we could either start with the PBT, see if it's necessary to do field sobriety, or I could have you do some field sobriety tests. Either way, I have to do something before I can let you drive, or before we figure out something else.
I know. Let me think for a minute.
Okay, no, take your time, Chief.
After a few minutes, Chief Greg Hall agreed to do the breathalyzer test. As the officer got the test ready, he asked Hall how much time he had left at Hazelwood, and the chief replied only 9 months. The officer asked him if he'd be ready to retire, but Hall said in a downhearted tone that he was hoping. The officer keeps up the small talk and tells the chief to take a deep breath before he blows into the machine. After the first and second test crashed, the readings finally popped up, and Officer Dye decided to call his sergeant, who arrived on the scene.
Hey, Sergeant. Yeah. Sorry to get you over here, but
anytime.
you made the big bucks, so so Chief Hazelwood, he is hammered drunk right now.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. He's over it too. Yeah. He is hammered. He was dodging sniper fire out there, weaving all over the place.
Is it all on the dash cam?
Yeah.
The driving and all the contacts so far?
Yes. So he lives not too far from here, up the street, off K, I think.
He's the current chief.
Yeah. Says he's like six to 9 months or something away from retirement.
What's he said?
What's that?
What has he said?
What has he said?
Yeah, has he said anything? Has he...
Said that he was coming from B-Holes and went to White Castle to get some food and then was heading home. So I asked him to do the alphabet. This is before I found out anything, and he said that oh, sorry, he just completely butchered the alphabet. So
The sergeant asked Officer Dye if everything was caught on camera. Now I'm just speculating here, but maybe he hoped that it wasn't so they could send Chief Hall on his way. The sergeant asked Dye if he'd done a field sobriety test and told him that it's a tough day and age with all these electronic things and technology, which makes it hard for the old-timers. Luckily, after a while, Chief Greg agrees to do a few field sobriety tests. And no, he did not magically sober up.
stare at the tip of my finger right here, okay? You realize the position you're putting us in, right?
I understand, but I'm not doing anything. I'm sorry.
Hands down at your sides. Hang on 1 second for me, sir. Just right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe on that line. Keep your hands at your sides, okay?
I gotta tell you something. I'm not happy.
What's that?
I got bad ankles.
Bad ankles. How old are you, sir?
66.
66. Yeah. For being 66, you're in good condition, though. Alright. So, right foot in front of your left foot. Hang on 1 second for me, Chief. I'm just going to have you stand like this, or if you're not able to, just stand like that. Let me just go ahead and explain and demonstrate this test for you, okay, sir?
Say that again.
So I'm just going to have you stand over there on the line. I'm just going to explain and demonstrate this test for you, okay? Until you've completed the test.
Thank you.
I just need you to remember, hang on 1 second for me, sir. Just not able to do this.
You know what? Just talk to Johnny. Please. I don't know what to do. Lock me up. Sure.
As you can see, the chief is extremely drunk, or his ankles must be extremely bad because they can't seem to keep him upright for more than a few seconds. Chief Hall tries to get out of this by saying they should call John Neske, but Officer Dye tells him that in Chicago, they let their chief go after he was detained and they were held liable. So that means that he's liable for whatever happens to him, or worse, if he hurts someone else. Chief Hall decided to get behind the steering wheel, and no one forced him to do it. But alas, he has his connections, and O'Fallon Police Chief John Neske was on his way to the situation.
John Neske, Chief Neske, is on his way.
Okay.
And he's top.
He's on his way up here.
He's on his way. And we did our job.
Yeah. I'm fine. He's, like I said, yeah. I just, it's all being on camera.
Hey.
Chicago, I'm sure you remember when that whole superintendent.
Listen, I'm not making, this is not, you know, I gave and I'm still recording. I gave a courtesy to my supervisor to let him know the issue, and because you know things like this are cause
absolutely
problems. Absolutely. So I wanted him to be aware of what our decision was and give him the opportunity to make a different one or contact the chief of police. And he contacted the chief of police, and he lives down the street, and he'll be here shortly.
All right, perfect.
I will back you 100% in any decision you make on that.
I appreciate it. I don't want to lock up a chief or another officer.
He's hammered, though.
He's hammered, and he doesn't have VGN. This is a common thing for him.
Oh, really?
The two officers talk for a bit, and honestly, I kind of feel sorry for Officer Dye. He was just doing his job, but since the chief has a few friends in higher places, he was most likely going to walk away without any repercussions. As Dye spoke to the sergeant said that all the drinking was most likely going to kill Hall since he does it so frequently. As they're talking about what they're going to do next and about the chief, John Neske arrived on the scene.
Nathan, if I take him home, or are you going to have any issues?
Not at all. Not at all, Chief. I'm sorry to get you out here. I just
that's
want to make
okay.
sure.
That's okay, because you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I will take him home. I have known him for a lot of years.
Yeah, it's understandable, and again, sorry to wake you up, Chief.
Nope, that's okay. He and I are going to have a long talk on the way home.
All right. Yeah,
Hall was not arrested. He was taken home by Police Chief John Neske, and when this footage was released, people went wild. Many said that it was unfair that the chief had gotten off scot-free while any other normal citizen would have been charged with a DUI and thrown into the slammer. But what do you think? Should they have arrested Hall and most likely fired him 9 months before his retirement? Or did the officers do the right thing? Let us know what you think down in the comments, and let's get right into the next one. Justin Shield was arrested for suspected DUI after he refused to take a breathalyzer test during a traffic stop on April 14th this year. In the body cam footage, the officer asked Justin if he'd had anything to drink, and he replied no. However, the officer said that he smelled alcohol.
Got you stopped your speed.
My bad, bro. I appreciate it. Cincinnati.
Okay. Anything to drink tonight?
Nope.
Mind if I check your eyes out?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring your head out here just a little bit.
Okay.
Follow, tip my finger with your eyes only. Don't
Yep.
Man, how much you had to drink?
Literally nothing. I took my friend home.
All right, I'm gonna get you out, make sure you're okay, drive.
Okay.
Step on out. You know your tags are expired as well?
I know that already.
The officer tells Justin that his tags are expired as well. Justin then once again states that he works for Cincinnati as an officer, so he does know. Here, the officer jokingly asks him if he's a cop, why are his tags expired? Justin gets out of the car and tells the officer that he's been working for about a year and a half. The officer escorts him to his patrol car and asks him where he lives and a few other routine questions, and then does another eye test. The officer does the test a third time, but he's still moving his head.
You keep moving your head, just keep it straight, man.
It's the light, like, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep the light out of your eyes.
Okay.
Just follow through the pen, all right?
Yep. I literally live like 15, 20 minutes away.
Okay. How much you had to drink tonight?
Literally nothing.
Nothing at all?
No, sir.
All right.
Me and my friend were at my boy's house, and I dropped him off just now.
Okay.
And I was literally taking me and my girl home. That's literally it.
So nothing to drink at all?
No, sir.
So if you blow in a portable breath test, it'd be triple
I
zeros.
refuse all that. You can call your sergeant if you want to.
I don't need to call my sergeant.
I'm just saying. But like, I literally have had nothing to drink.
Nothing to drink, then it would be triple zeros,
Nothing.
right?
You both know how it goes.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, me too.
And you've been drinking.
I have not.
You have. I can still smell it on you as you're talking to me.
You cannot smell anything on me.
I can
smell gum because I've had gum.
No, I can smell a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage.
You cannot.
I can't.
Okay.
Why would I make it up? Why would I pull you out of the car?
Justin tells the officer that he can write him a speeding ticket and a ticket for his registration being expired, but nothing else. When the officer asked him if he'd be willing to take a breathalyzer test, he said no, and he won't do any other test to prove that he's not intoxicated. However, when the cop wanted to arrest him, he quickly changed his story and said he'd do the test. And just like the officers earlier in this video, the cop demonstrates what to do before letting Justin do his 9 heel and toe steps. Let's literally see how he fares.
Check's okay. You can go ahead and begin the test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I come back now?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. Turn towards my car. Feet together. Arms out your sides. Same thing, don't start till I tell you to. What you're gonna do is raise either foot off the ground 6 inches. You're gonna keep your legs straight with your toes pointed out. The whole time you do it, you're gonna count in this manner. 1001, 1002, 1003, so on and so forth till I tell you to stop. All right, you can go ahead and begin the test.
1001, 1002, 1003. 1022, 1023, 1024, 1025, 1026. I can't, my balance is off.
All right, now you can stop. That's 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll
All right.
let's say.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious right
Yes,
now?
sir. You're under arrest for operating vehicle impaired. Put your palms together. Bring your arms back.
Justin was arrested and had to take off his Rolex literally.
Take your watch off and put it in your pocket for me.
This is a Rolex.
All right, put it in your pocket. I don't want any possession of your Rolex.
At the end of the body cam footage, he admits that he was drinking, but quickly tries to cover up what he just admitted. He was escorted to the back of the cop car and taken to jail. He later pleaded not guilty to the DUI charge, but the camera never lies, and you can clearly see that he was under the influence of something. For some reason, police officers in Ohio just can't seem to drive around without being intoxicated. 29-year-old Tanner Williams was arrested in Cincinnati in April. What a coincidence that both of the arrests happened in April. An Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper originally pulled Tanner over because he was driving outside of a lane along the highway, but he soon admitted that he had a little bit to drink.
You have an ID on you, man?
Yeah.
So you got a blue band there. You're in law enforcement? With Milford? Not sure where you coming from tonight, man. Kentucky. I got you. Where you headed to now? To Goshen. I got you. You're the registered owner of the vehicle? Reason why I stopped you is you traveled out of your lane back there, man. Got anything to drink tonight or anything like that? Yeah? You've had some drinks? A little bit. I'm gonna have you step out for me, okay? We're just gonna walk back to the passenger side of my vehicle, okay? Watch yourself. We'll walk back to the passenger side of my vehicle. Yeah, man, I can smell the alcohol on you pretty bad, dude. How much have you had, dude?
I've had a little bit. Yeah.
Too much?
The officer escorts Tanner to the back of his patrol car. He tells him that he can clearly smell the smell of alcohol on him and asked him how much he really had to drink. Tanner replies and says that he only had a little bit to drink, but we all know that if you only had a little bit, you wouldn't be swerving out of your lane. The officer takes Tanner to the back of his car and asks him a few questions.
So, where are you coming from?
Covington.
Covington. What were you doing down in Covington?
Bachelor party.
Bachelor party? Yeah. Why didn't you stay down there? So you had, how many drinks do you think?
A few.
A few?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you through some field sobriety tests, okay, man? What?
I'm gonna decline.
You're gonna decline?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do tests.
Nothing? Okay. You want me to do an EHDN on you? Nothing?
No.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me, okay?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back. Palms together.
The officer arrested Tanner for operating a vehicle while he was impaired. Tanner admitted that he was drunk, and the officer could smell the alcohol on him. Tanner even stumbled when he tried to get out of the car, so it's safe to say that he had a little bit too much to drink, and he should not have gotten behind the wheel of the car. Since Tanner is a cop, he already knows what's going to happen, and that he's going to end up in the slammer. The cop reads him his rights and places him in the back of his car. An on-duty police officer was pulled over after concerned citizens called 911. They claimed that the cop seemed to be driving drunk. Now, the on-duty officer was pulled over and was clearly drunk. However, he tried his best to keep cool and not act intoxicated. He stated that he was prone to seizures and that he did not have any other weapons except the issued pistol on his side. The officer searched his car and quickly realized why he was driving so recklessly before they were called in.
Yes, sir. All over the road, stopping in the middle of the street, off the road, running stop signs, a lot of stuff going on. Okay. With this guy. And I tried to call the Popka PD, of course, they say they closed. Mm-hmm. So we just called 911, I guess it went to you guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure other people was probably calling me.
Okay.
But,
yeah, we got a call.
Yeah, he could be having a medical condition, but he was asleep. We passed by his car, he was asleep.
He was asleep? When did you pass by his car?
Right over here at Center and Firewood.
The officer makes his way to his partner, and the two of them talk about our drunken on-duty officer. He stumbled his way out of the car, and the smell of alcohol was caught by both of the officers. They tell the drunken cop to sit in the car while the EMS makes its way to them. They go over to him and question him, but he doesn't instantly admit that he was drinking. Instead, he tries to cover it up, but there's no covering up an open beer can.
He keeps stumbling.
Do you smell anything?
Yeah. And there's
what
a beer.
Do you smell? Okay, I'm just making sure. What type of beer can?
He said it was in at Center Carlson when he first got there. It was.
Hey man, just sit down.
Hey, sit down, sir.
We're just having EMS come check you out.
Did you do anything to celebrate today, man?
No, sir.
No? Listen, man.
It's
better to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
Listen, in our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I know. I took the Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. We all make mistakes. I get it.
Yeah.
I know our job's stressful. I get that, man. You sounded like you had a stressful night last night.
The drunken officer pleads with him to let him go because he doesn't want to go to jail. However, he's not a chief, so he's not going to get out of trouble that easily. His pleas are ignored and they put him in the cuffs. No one was hurt while the cop was driving around, but hopefully this is a good wake-up call for him and he's finally going to stop drinking while on duty. With so many cops driving drunk on the streets they've sworn to protect, which one was your favorite? Was it the chief who got out of trouble because he called his bestie? Or was it the cop who puked out of his window? Do you have any drunken cop stories that you'd like to share with us? If so, let us know in the comments down below and let us know what you thought of the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and we can't wait to catch you in the next one. See you next time.